Hi everyone, this is Naina from Angelic Echoes. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to tap in with how is the divine masculine currently feeling. So we know that this month of November is actually bringing about karmic breakdowns, heavy burdens. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of emotions coming up for the divine masculine and possibly the divine feminine, especially if you haven't heard from your twin and you're wondering what's going to happen, around the festive season coming up. Will you hear from them or not? Although I have posted a reading about timings for communication as per guidance from the angels, you could still be feeling, anxious or eager or worried, and your twin could be going through a lot in their own circumstances. So I'm bringing in, and I might bring in other decks of cards. I just want to see what comes out here, and then I'll see what I'm guided to bring in from the angels, depending on what comes out here, if we need further clarification. So we are tapping in with the emotions of the divine masculine, and then we'll go to the divine feminine. And this is obviously for this new moon energy we're in, so today is the 19th of November. So the new moon would be tomorrow. So we're already in a new moon energy, which is about creation, creating something new, setting intentions, etc. So thank you, angels. What do we need to know for this, for how the divine masculines are feeling on this wonderful Wednesday, the 19th of November? One card, and let's see what that is. Envy. Every single day I feel worse about myself and my choices. So your twin is feeling very low, and they're feeling like you are flying high, divine feminine, and they're like feeling very small, feeling very shameful, regret still, and they feel very small and foolish, possibly, about the choices they've made. So they're feeling really terrible about the choices they've made, because I feel that this is a sign of them, the breakdown that's currently happening in the karmic situations is making them realize even more and more about the choices that they've made and the regret around the choice that they've made, because the grass is not greener on the other side, and they're feeling worse about it every single day, because it's like, I should not have chosen this. But remember, and I have to always remind viewers about this in case you don't know how the twin flame journey works, but it's you sign up for this. You and your twin and the karmic partner signs up for these lessons before you're born, which means that them choosing the karmic partner is what was agreed to before you were born, because without that, there would be nothing to learn. There would be no growth. There would be no spiritual awakenings, no transformations, no lessons and soul growth in the journey if they did not make that choice. And remember, them choosing a karmic partner is also their own karmic cycles or karmic accounts that they've needed to probably settle from past life encounters. So they don't understand this as yet, the divine masculine, but one day they probably will. At this point in time, at the lack of not knowing how the journey works for some of them, they will feel this way, obviously, because they made that choice, right? Now, not to say there isn't free will at play in life. Yes, there is free will at play, but a karmic partner is a karmic teacher, is a soul teacher, and it's teaching your twin to become much more than what they are, to help them to become the best version of themselves, to tap into their spiritual self, their spiritual gifts, to realize what's important in life and what isn't. And so them feeling this way is only for them to learn the lesson, really. It's not for anyone or the divine feminine to kind of say, oh, you chose the wrong choice. No, it's not. That's not the case here. This is part of the spiritual growth, and that's what we need to understand. So in a nutshell, they are feeling terrible about the choice they've made, and they're envying the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is appearing to rise high, and the divine feminine is rising high, because the divine feminine is the lighthouse and the guiding light to the divine masculine, even though the divine masculine spiritually awakens the divine feminine through their separation process. or through a soul recognition process when you interlock, when your eyes interlock. So this is how the divine masculines are feeling. Let's see what else we need to know. I want to bring more cards from the same deck about what else are they feeling on this day. Yeah, they're trying to do the right thing. So they are definitely trying to do the right thing, which is, as you know, because this whole theme for November is about karmic cycles, karmic endings, and things falling apart, breaking down, chaos. So this is definitely about doing the right thing, is to be honest with everyone involved and to bring balance in their own life as well as everything on the outside of them. And I feel when they balance things within them, the outer world will balance anyway. But this is about sorting things out, okay? I feel this is about sorting things out and doing what's right for everyone involved, including the divine feminine. And that's what they trying to do. So we've got to have compassion for them to do that. And that's why we also have the compassion card. Have compassion for your twin, that they are trying to do the right thing. But I also feel they are saying thank you for caring when nobody else did. So they grateful to you, if you're a divine feminine watching, your divine masculine is grateful to you for having compassion for them, and still caring for them when nobody else did. So they're very grateful to the divine feminine. And this is something that I feel you as a divine feminine should also pat yourself on the back for, that you have really, really learned, or you're learning what unconditional love means and what it actually, and how it actually helps your connection with your twin as well. And this is beautiful. So this is how the divine masculines are feeling, okay? And they are going to do the right thing because they are trying to do the right thing. So that's where I feel the communication is going to come in as well. And obviously whatever they're sorting out personally. So let's see what else we need to know about the situation. So what are they currently going through? Let's see what we need to know. I feel I need to bring in another deck here. Actually, let me use this deck, the Dark and Light. Okay, so thank you, angels. What are they currently going through on this wonderful Wednesday, the 19th of November? This is obviously around the new moon energy in November. Yeah. Fulfilling their wishes. Yeah, okay. All right. So they're currently feeling like a zombie. Okay, they're feeling like a zombie. They feel empty inside. They feel like they're sleepwalking. They feel like life is meaningless. They feel like they're in the dark and they're looking for the light and they're trying to find a way out. And they're feeling like they're powerless actually. But this is going to help them to actually step into their power, because you can't carry on like this forever as well. Okay, so this is about them, and I feel this is about having sleepless nights as well, where they feel like something's taken over, or this is like somebody that's controlled by something else, and you're just like sleepwalking, or you're like a walking corpse. So they feel dead inside. Okay, and I feel that this is going to lead them to actually step into their power. This is teaching them to step into their power, because we've got this masculine card of somebody that's powerful and dominating and taking action, and this is what's going to happen. So they are obviously wishing for things to change. They're wishing for divine intervention, divine miracle. They're wishing for their request to be fulfilled, their desires to be fulfilled. And they definitely obviously remembering the past, okay? Remembering the past they shared with you. You are the elephant in the room that they can't seem to get out of their head. And I feel this is also another message, that you have consumed their mind completely and they feel like they're a zombie because all they can think about is you, because you're the elephant in the room. occupying their head, and memories of you are consuming their head, where they're completely controlled by the divine feminine. It's like they're under the spell of the divine feminine and completely being submissive to the divine feminine. I know this sounds quite extreme, but that's what I'm connecting with, with the energy of the cards and what the angels are showing me in the cards here. It's like somebody that doesn't even have a say, okay? It's like you love this person, and yes, they do love the divine feminine, but they're completely taken over by the divine feminine. You're the elephant in the room where their thoughts and are preoccupied with, and they feel completely controlled by you, like they don't even have a say in terms of how they're actually feeling, because it's so intense. And this is the magnetic pull. This is the divine intervention and magnetic pull. And I feel this community, social, and companionship I feel that everyone can see that they consumed by, I feel that people could even know that the divine masculine is not over the divine feminine if they are aware of the divine feminine. So I feel even in social gatherings or anything like that, they are probably zonked out, or like probably not even focused on anything happening around them. I feel they really are just in deep thought and obsession over the divine feminine. I also feel that they are wanting companionship with the divine feminine, and that's another additional message here. Sorry about that, I had to pause the video. There was a little bit of a distraction there. So that's what's happening right now. And obviously, I also feel this is an additional message that, the desires are being fulfilled here, your wishes are being granted, divine feminine. And I also feel this is also what the divine masculine wants. Your wishes are being granted, okay? Your wishes are coming true, your dreams are coming true. Because, we've got the wishing well here. And I do feel this is divine intervention. I feel like, again, the lightning that I'm seeing here is about, and I'm connecting with that as obviously divine intervention, but also kind of like something striking them so hard and deep that they're going to step into their power. So this is definitely paranormal activity or divine intervention, and that's going to help them to step into their power, to take control of their situation. And this we've seen is, resurrection, transformations, where this is like a miracle come true, or something sudden or something unexpected, a shock happens where they just turn over a new leaf, and they're going to be obviously taking action and stepping into their power. That's what I feel the angels are saying here. So, yeah, they are definitely going to take control, because you can't resist the twin flame connection. You just can't. It's too strong, it's powerful, and that's how the divine created the connection, right? So the separation was just sort of going to call it another school to learn lessons, okay? So this is what's happening with the divine masculines right now. But at least the positive thing is they are going to step into their power. They're definitely going to be taking control of their situation and their life. So let's see what's happening with the divine feminine. And I'm going to bring in the same Ocean of Emotion deck. Obviously, the decks are in the description box below. So thank you, angels. What do we need to know about the divine feminine during this time? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so the divine feminine wants to forget and forgive the past. The divine feminine doesn't want to play games anymore, because the divine feminine is missing the divine masculine and wants to be with the divine masculine. And the divine feminine also has empathy for the divine masculine. So this is wonderful, because you know what that void feels like. so you can understand the void that your twin is feeling. So we've got your can we forgive and forget, you surrendering. Okay, so this is about raising that white flag to say, okay, peace. We need to now stop this running and chasing, stop this game. It may feel like a game to some of you, where it's like sometimes it feels like it's going in a circle. Sometimes they take 2 steps back and 4 steps, sorry, 2 steps forward and 4 steps back, whatever the case may be. But you want to obviously make truce here. You want to forgive and forget. You want to start in a clean state because you have moved past the past, okay? You've done a lot of work in healing, Divine Feminine. And yeah, you don't want to play this game anymore. You don't want to play this game where, you're on, even though you both moving together in synchronicity in terms of your life path, you don't want to be this in the separation anymore where you feel like you're on different sides of the fence. You want to make peace, you want to resolve things, you want to sort things out, and that's what I'm feeling here. And obviously, yes, you miss your twin, and I feel they also miss you. I feel this is a reciprocated energy where they missing your warmth and you are their light, and you missing them too, because you know what it feels like, the void without them. And so you can empathize with what your twin is feeling, which is the void, in their living energy without the Divine Feminine. I'm not even going to say heart. Heart is one thing, but when your twin separates from you, you feel like you die inside. I don't know, that's how I felt. So it's like a deep void within your soul. So you can understand the pain and you can empathize with your Divine Masculine. So what are you going through during this time? So thank you, angels. What is the Divine Feminine going through at this time? Okay, so yeah, you could be feeling like you don't know what's coming next. You are feeling fogged out. You don't know what to expect. Things are not clear to you, probably because you haven't heard from your twin. And even if you've heard from your twin, you still don't know what's happening and what's going to happen next. So you feeling confused. Things could feel unclear for you because there's a long delay in terms of communication. It feels like things are iced or frozen in time, and you're obviously longing for your twin to melt this ice, basically. So you're feeling fogged out about things because there's probably been a very long delay in communication here, a long separation, and it feels like nothing is moving forward. Things are just standing still, and you're probably feeling stuck as well, because you know that this is, lessons being learned here. You know that lessons are being learned here. You're also probably carrying burdens as well about this, or you understand that your twin is also carrying burdens about whatever they're going through in the circumstances and their choices, and you could be feeling their burdens too about whatever they're going through. This could even be that you feel like you're sacrificing your life for both you and your twin to learn lessons. So you could be even feeling like this is a sacrifice. And you're finding this tough. You could be finding this very hard to currently go through, but you know that you're growing and learning lessons yourself, Divine Feminine. And yeah, you're holding on and you clinging or holding on to your twin, because you want your twin back, which is natural. So this is about, maybe you need to surrender. Even though we have it, can we forgive and forget the past? This is what you want. You want to sort things out. I feel this is also about you needing to surrender, where you're letting go a little bit, so that you could be feeling like you holding on to your twin coming back, or holding on to the idea of when are they coming back, or you're holding on to something, or you're clinging on to something about, maybe I feel this is about you clinging on to being attached to the outcome. When are they coming back, when are they going to contact, and that's what you learning to also let go. And I feel this is the lesson you learning, which you're struggling. You could be struggling with letting go and just completely trusting that when you let go, things will move forward. And this could be something that you are struggling with, which is letting go of the attachment to the outcome and just completely surrendering to the divine, to really trust the divine in that your life and your journey with your twin is in safe hands with the divine. That's what you're learning. That's what I feel the angels are saying here. So if you haven't heard from your twin as yet, know it's coming soon, because like I said, I did do a reading, which the angels guided me to do, which is about timing for communication. And yes, we've had that reading, similar one, a couple of months ago, and some of you may have heard from your twin by already by then, and some of you did not. So obviously that's why I always say it's a guideline, it's not cast in stone. But if the angels want to share that, it means many of you should receive communication by then. But if you don't, it means that the timing isn't right as yet, but it will come. So this is what you're feeling right now. And obviously the guidance is that surrender, completely surrender and trust in the divine to have this, to sort this out, because it will move forward. So I want to bring in, let's bring in a message from your divine masculine. What does your divine masculine want to say to you? The dark truths. What does your divine masculine want to say to you? So thank you, angels. I'm interested. I know you are focusing on other things, and it makes me curious about what you're doing. I want to share your dreams. Your divine masculine is saying they're interested in what you're doing. They're interested in you. They want to learn everything about you. They want to be part of whatever it is that you're busy focusing on, and they want to share your dreams. So they're definitely interested in you. So know that your twin is interested in you. And let's get another message. I'm feeling guided to this one here. Let's get another message for you from your twin. So thank you, angels. Message for, wow. Okay, so this is what your twin is working through. They're afraid of commitment. So this could be another reason why they're holding back a bit, because they're working through fears of commitment. And remember, fears of commitment could be related to a past life issue. It's not necessarily that they don't want to commit to the divine feminine. This could be fears based on commitment that they've experienced either in a past life or this life, where they've been disappointed, hurt, and been through a lot of pain as a result. So this is what they're healing right now, and this is what they're asking you to have compassion for them for. So what I'm feeling with this is what the angels are also saying is that if your twin does reach out to you, do not expect them to commit to you immediately overnight. Work on the friendship first, and build a strong foundation on that basis. Take it one step at a time without expecting anything overnight in terms of especially this year commitment, and it will come. Because it might be for some of you that you will help your twin to actually also overcome this, and they're also working on their own fears anyway to overcome this fear of commitment and to heal that wound. So thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day or evening wherever you are. I hope this reading helps you in some way or the other, and see you soon. Bye.